Hi, and welcome to today's video where we will be discussing how you can develop skills, leadership skills as a project manager. As and Some of the areas I will be covering as part of this project is really some self-awareness and personal development. Really, what is the role of leadership in project management? Enhancing your communication and emotional intelligence is one of the other areas I'll be covering. Inspiring and how do you motivate the project team is another area. And then I'll be going into some areas where you manage, how would you manage, be a leader within change and adversity situations. And, and some other is, being a role model and the ethical and professional behavior around leadership. So without delay, let's crack on. So what is the role of leadership in project management? Really, it's massive. So as a project manager, and again, I always say this, it's in the title, you are a manager. Your role is to manage a group, a subset of people so that you deliver a project and make sure that people are delivering to your standards. Now, you need to manage those individuals, so you have good leadership skills, and those include such as communication, decision making, motivation, adaptability, and a vast amount of those things. So leadership plays a massive role within project manager. A good project manager with good leadership will have the buy-in of their team and make sure that they are getting the support as and when needed. So one of the areas that I would say is self-awareness and personal development. A good leader really has good self-awareness of what's going around. They are able to reflect on themselves and identify their strengths and areas of leadership where they need to improve on, and also seek advice. People who, good leader isn't always right, and can always seek advice and get feedback and get constructive criticism from the right people at the right time so they can better learn. And as an individual, you need to be doing that as well. And finally, it's really, being self-aware and personal development. You need to make sure you've got that continual learning and professional development. You um, Want to actually learn those things. If you don't want to continue to learn and you don't want to, become a profession and professionally develop yourself, then how are you going to become a leader, a good leader? And those one of that comes through experience is one of the things. Or the other thing is, following others who are you perceive as a good leader and who others perceive as a good leader. There's loads of motivational books you could read which help you become a good leader, and having the right attitude, etc., around the people around you is really, really key. So making sure that are you able to self-reflect and understand where you're good at and where you're weak at is really key. Next one is really enhancing your communication and your emotional intelligence. Now, enhancing your communication is really, are you an active listener? Are you effective? Can you clearly articulate an open dialogue to improve project communication? Are you able to open a conversation with random people that you've never met? Can you speak at all levels? Are you able to then actively listen? Now, that's a big one. Listen. Don't always jump in. When you listen to people and let them do their point, you can then respond accordingly, allowing you the time to actually understand what they're saying rather than trying to interrupt them, etc. Now, sometimes you do need to have that ability to actually interrupt communication because it's irrelevant and setting the tone, but that comes with a period of time where you feel confident to do that. But you should never shy away from stopping somebody when they are going off topic or subject, and you need to bring them back. And then the other one, when I say emotional intelligence, is as an individual, can you build good emotion and build strong relationships to resolve conflict? Are you able to build that rapport with individuals? Are you able to really, bond with individuals? Now, as a contractor, I bounce from project to project. I love talking to different types of people, and my first goal is to really have a common ground with people around me, to make sure that I have something that we have common that we can feed into, I spend time with them. I talk to them, and listening, again, we go back to that, is really, really key. Listen to the people around you, and you will win them over by simply being there for them sometimes. And then next one, are you inspiring and motivating the project team? Now, as your leadership, as a leader or manager for your projects, you need to be inspiring and pushing the team forward through good times and bad times. You know, you've got to make sure that you are expressing a clear vision and goal, and then you are sticking to that to make sure that people understand that. You're empowering the team. You're highlighting the benefits. You are delegating responsibility. You're fostering trust, and you're encouraging creativity and autonomy. Let people get on with it. Stop. You don't need to stand over their shoulder and say, do this. There are people you may need to do that with, but 99% of the time where I work with people, if you give them the task, you explain what's needed, you let them get on with it, and you set clear boundaries and targets, they will deliver. The ones who don't deliver, and sometimes you have to shepherd, you need to do that. And again, you need to recognize and reward achievements. Now, you're not going to give out bonuses, etc., because that's not what you can do. But what you can do is show your appreciation that you've done well and thank them for them. A simple thank you does a whole raft of good. I mean, in the past, I've just bought chocolates and biscuits or whatever, just to say thank you, or you've even gone down to the pub just for a quick drink, whatever that might be. Reward the people who have done the hard work for you. The other thing is good, one of your leaderships that you've got to be really, really good at is, leading through change and adversity. You go out there that you will know within your project that there are constant changes. There's always issues and risks that come in. You should be embracing change as an opportunity, looking at it as a positive light, not being so nervous. If you are an individual that suffers from difficulty of changing, then project management isn't the game, because you will be seeing change continuously. And if you're moving around from project to project, there's different changes and different challenges. So that's something you should do, is embracing change and seeing that as an opportunity. The other one really is challenging through adversity situation. You should be a good problem solver, and the decision making skills should be good. Be effective, precise, and to the point is really key. Making those decisions quickly and efficiently with the information you have is really good. And then being good at considering different perspectives and with the available data that you have is really good. So that's one of the things you must develop. And the final one is ethical and professional behavior. As an individual, are you portraying a positive and ethical image? That's really, really important. So if you are portraying a slacking image, etc., you are sending that message across to your team. You are sending the wrong message, which means that, oh, we can get away with it. We can do this because our PM's doing the same thing. If you are expressing a very structured, professional outlook of how you do things, you've got your documents, you've got your minutes, you're prepared for your meetings, you are being positive, you are on the ball, on top of things. If you don't understand things, you're being open and honest, you are behaving in a manner which portrays you as a professional individual and an honest individual, then you will go a long way in achieving what you need to do as building those leadership skills. So in summary, there's a huge amount of things that you need to do, but really understand what leadership is within project management is a really key thing. Really understand that you should have good leadership skills such as communication, decision making, motivation, and adaptability. Be self-aware and develop yourself. Understand what you're good at, what you're not, and move forward. And trying to self-learn. Make sure you are enhancing your communication and understanding people around you and building that good rapport. You should be motivating and inspiring your project team. You should be the person that people want to go to when they need help. And you should be able to lead through change and adversity. Are you a good problem solver? Can you go out there and help the team to deal with problems and be someone that they feel confident that could help them get through their issues? And then finally is be a role model, be ethical, and have a professional behavior around you, and lead as you expect everybody else to lead, you to follow. So if you're going to behave in a bad way, then the rest of your team will. If you behave in a very positive professional manner, and they will do the same. I hope that was helpful, and thank you for listening.